Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen in my Instagram stories that I recently received one of the silicone practice hands. So I've been sort of looking around at all of these. I've noticed a few other bloggers like Sarah R and Kate Dix and Isabel May. I've noticed that quite a few have sort of, got these practice hands and are sort of doing either videos or pictures and things like that with them, because obviously they look a lot more realistic and they look a lot better than doing things on nail pops. So I was sort of having a little look around, and obviously I knew that Red Iguana did these practice hands. So I decided to buy one to try it out. Now I only got the half hand, and the reason for this is because these are kind of freaky. If I take it like that, it generally looks like someone else's hand. So they are quite, for me, they are very creepy. So the thought of having sort of a whole hand like this with a thumb and everything just really freaked me out. So I decided to go for the half hand because I thought just doing the four fingers anyway, getting them in and out of a gel lamp and things like that would obviously be a lot easier anyway. So, and I actually just got one of the ones that was pre-made. So it was sort of like, I can't remember if you got to choose the skin colour or not. I can't really remember. But I didn't really care. I just sort of wanted one sort of quite quickly, and obviously just wanted the half hand. So that's what I got. So obviously this is what it looks like. This one obviously hasn't got any wiring or anything in the fingers, so it is all completely rubber. So yeah, it's really strange, but it's so realistic, and that is obviously the point. If you're taking photos or if you're doing videos and things like that on one of these, you obviously would have something sort of holding this bit, maybe like that, so that you just generally see the four fingers. So obviously the practice hand came with the primer that Red Iguana suggests. So you put this on to the sort of silicone nail before you stick on the plastic ones. And then obviously I think I brought these tips. So obviously you get some different sizes. So the number ones I think are obviously too big for this hand, so this would obviously be generally for the thumb. So basically the size tips that I used, this was the smallest one here, so the number 9. Then the middle was number 6, and then the index and the ring finger were the number 7s. So obviously I've got a nice pack of those, and obviously as well you can sculpt on these. You can chop these right down so it creates a shorter sort of natural nail looking, so you can sculpt with acrylic and things on this as well. Obviously got the Gorilla Glue. I will say about the Gorilla Glue though, it dries very very quickly. I don't know if you guys can see where I've applied the tips, some area there's sort of bubbles where they're not down on the nail properly. But it doesn't matter too much because they are stuck on there. The Gorilla Glue does really stick to the silicone very very well. Obviously to remove these you can soak them off, or you can obviously just chop this bit off and file it down and then just do it that way, but they can be soaked off. I'm not entirely sure which method I'm going to find best to do at the moment, but obviously this was my sort of first attempt with sticking the tips on. It's not like normal nail glue where you can kind of play around, sticking tips on or anything. It does seem to stick quite quickly and dry quite quickly, so that's just something I will say about the Gorilla Glue. But obviously I got everything from Red Iguana. So then I also did buy the peel off base. So, and I got this because the peel off base that I normally use when I'm doing gel swatches and things like that, you just can't get it anymore. You can't even get it on Amazon, I don't think. It's very, very difficult to get. So I just thought, well, I'd get one of these, see how you know, it was and things like that, because if I'm using that, I then don't have to keep removing the tips. I can literally just paint the peel off base on, do the design on top, take the photo, and then just peel it off of the tips. Hopefully that is the idea, I'm guessing. You know, and also as well, it would be this would be really good for when I'm doing my gel colour swatches as well. So obviously I did pay for this myself, and unfortunately I did have to pay customs because it did come from America. So perhaps when you are looking at those type of things, that's what you need to remember in your head, that you probably, if you're in the UK, you probably will get a customs charge, because it's obviously over a certain amount of money coming into the country. But obviously that is not Red Iguana's fault. I think they probably even state on their website, as most companies do, that obviously they don't take any responsibilities for customs. So it's just something to perhaps remember when you are ordering. Maybe that, you know, will make you go for the half hand like me rather than the full hand. I'm not sure. But it looks so realistic, which I think is great, but it is definitely quite freaky. I got loads of messages on my Instagram when I posted the picture and video on my Instagram stories about how freaky it was. Loads of my clients and friends were very, very creeped out by it, but it does look very, very realistic. So yeah, I'll leave all the links down below for you guys for where you can get these from, and hopefully you might see my little friend here. I think we need to give her a little bit of a name. Yeah, but you'll probably be seeing her in some of my videos in the future, and maybe on my Instagram as well, which is obviously linked down below along with my Facebook. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope that you liked this quick look at the Red Iguana Silicone Practice hand. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.